Imagine finding yourself in a different country entirely without any of your immediate family members living with you. And yet, the only person that you consider family that you are staying with at that point in time kicks you out, as jobless as you are at the peak of a pandemic. I'm your girl Zaner once again, the lady that always says zukwanuike monodegazike in her own case. Welcome back to my channel today, guys. And I'm going to be telling you guys a story, and a true one for that matter, based on a girl named Malaika. I'm calling her Malaika today because she told me that she wants to stay anonymous, and she came to me for help. She didn't know how else to tell her story, you know. So she had to have the story autobiographed by me today. So please sit down, enjoy, and please keep your ears open for the details. So, like myself, Malika came back to Nigeria a couple of years back solely to complete her secondary school career that would, eventually enable her attain admission into any higher institution here in Nigeria. And she came back because, like myself, there were issues with regards to my citizenship similar to her. She was born and brought up in her country of birth. I'm not going to mention it for security reasons. And there were basically issues with her paperwork. So she was not able to write her finals in secondary school, and so her parents suggested her coming back to Nigeria. So we're going to go down memory lane. Remember that in 2020, we had a pandemic that literally kept everybody indoors for almost a year. And despite that, there were a lot of, depressing moments because financially, a lot of people were crippled, businesses were crippled, households were struggling, with regards to feeding and all of that, and miscellaneously other factors that were also involved. So Malika came back a couple of years ago, and she was living with a very close relative of hers, a mom's cousin, if I should put it that way. So she lived with the auntie in a city that I'm not going to mention either. But let's just say that the family that she lived with are basically bourgeois, if I should put it that way. They were basically capable of taking care of her and, her needs and all that. So Malika came back from campus, and basically throughout the period of the pandemic, she was indoors. There were a lot of things that changed people's mindsets during that period of the pandemic, because everybody was literally seeing each other at home each and every single day. It's not like, those normal days whereby mom and dad, prepares for work and then they're going out and you won't see them till evening. Everybody was literally in each other's faces. And Malika being a second class member of the family changed everything for her. A lot of things were not the same for her, So her uncle, I'd say uncle because she referred to the man as uncle, molested her sexually, constantly had that tendency of touching her in different parts of her body inappropriately, and that was a situation that she couldn't get out of with ease at that point in time. I mean, you're living with your mom's cousin, for crying out loud, and she's married to the man. And besides that, the fact that, yeah, you know that this is Nigeria, and you're telling your aunt that kind of thing, there's every tendency that she wouldn't believe you, number one. And number two, there's every possible tendency that she would be willing to stoop down to any cost, at any cost, to basically save her marriage. So yeah, Malika kept quiet about this situation for over 3 months, sitting at home there when all this was happening, until a point in time she got tired and decided to call her mom. Imagine a secret that you've been keeping with you for a while, and imagine you being hesitant to tell your family members because you just have that fear that everybody would turn their backs against you. I mean, molestation is not something that you come out to say like that. I mean, it's a serious allegation against someone. So she told her mom about it, and her mom was very, very understanding about the whole situation, because her reason was that she had been in that kind of similar situation before, and yeah, so she understands what her daughter was basically going through. So her mom started making arrangements as to where she's going to be staying in the meantime, until whenever government decided to open borders so that people would be able to, go travel cross country, travel interstate, and go about their normal activities, And that was where Malika's nemesis now started. From the moment Malika made mention of her leaving the house very soon, a lot of things changed. These are people who have been seeing her face, unlike, maybe her coming for holidays and then maybe leaving after the next 2 months and stuff like that. She was literally in the house 24/7. Everybody was looking at her. If she made mistakes in the kitchen with the cooking, cleaning, and everything, everything pours down on her. So yeah, Malika was basically tired of the whole hostility in the house, the over familiarity and all of that, and she just wanted to leave. And yeah, so she told her aunt about it, and her aunt was like, okay, that kind of look will be like, okay, but in actual fact, not everything is okay. So the aunt had spoken to her sister about it. Her senior sister. Imagine your senior sister staying in the same house with you, that kind of thing. So she told her sister about it and all of that, and everybody now thought that Malika wanted to leave because she was basically tired of the whole workload on her, being thrown on her whenever she's at home, So yeah, that was what everyone was thinking, and that was it. One faithful Saturday morning, Malika woke up after the usual morning prayers. As usual, she goes into the kitchen to prepare breakfast. And remember, this is a house of averagely 13 persons, So she basically finished preparing food for everyone. Made sure everyone had eaten, made sure, plates were stacked up so that she would start washing and all of that. And she was supposed to leave on that Saturday, okay? The plan was that her friend's dad would pick her up in the evening, okay? Take notes of this, in the evening. But all this is happening by 12 midday, where she was basically finished with the brunch, So she was in the kitchen, washing up, preparing to mop up the floors so that she'd go upstairs to take her bath and to come down to eat, so that she would like use the rest of the time to start, concluding her packing and stuff like that. Great. She was in the process of washing dishes when her aunt's senior sister came out of the blue, opened the kitchen door, looked at her and told her, "Malaika, go up, pack your bags, and leave." Honestly, this was so heartbreaking because this was not the plan for Malaika, To Malaika, this was all shocking, what's going on, Things are not going as planned. And so, she became all stressed about the whole situation, but it didn't stop her from going upstairs to go start concluding her packing and all of that. And so her mother now calls out of the blue, as if her mom knew what was going on at that point in time, not knowing that they were already on the phone. That is the aunt and the sister. Like, they were already on the phone talking to the mom and, telling her how ungrateful she is for all the efforts that they put into taking care of her daughter for her and stuff like that, So all Malaika remembers was going up to go pack stuff, and everybody was just literally shouting into her ears. She was coming out of her room with the bags, the luggages and stuff. Remember, Malaika had not taken her bath that morning. She had not even brushed her teeth, and she had not even eaten at that point in time. So she packed her bags, and as she was rolling her luggages down the staircase, her aunt's sister was like, "Good riddance to bad rubbish, so that you wouldn't spoil my sister's marriage." And that was when Malaika had an idea that there was every possibility. All this stuff that was going on was literally known. Like, most people were aware of it, but they literally said nothing about it. So they were just basically waiting for the day she would come out to say that she's no longer interested in staying in the house anymore. I think I'm going to have to cut this video short and, probably continue in my next video, because this is actually a long story and I'm sorry. So like I said, it's a long story that has to be continued in a part 2. Comment down below if you guys would like to hear the ending of it, or rather a continuation of it. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching today's video. Please do leave a thumbs up, comment down below, share this video, subscribe to my channel if you're new as well, and also please do not forget to turn on your post notifications so that you can be receiving updates whenever I upload a new video. So that's just about it. Until next time, zukwanuike, and I will see you in my next video. And now, peace.